Hello and welcome back to a new episode of A Journey to Valhalla with your girl Cassandra. We are going to start by sleeping. Well, we had Actor there talking to us. And we miss the other trophies. We do have to do something about the other trophies. Okay, what are we going to be doing today? I think we are gonna start by looking at our board here. I want to trophies, and we have missing the Fen ring. That is not nice. Let me try that again. And we have missing the... Oh, I forgot. Oh, the serpent. We do need to eat something, because when we are standing around here with no food in our bellies, those mosquitoes will kill us. So now let me have a look what we're missing here. That is the Fen ring. That is the Fen ring. We are missing the wraith too, and the serpent. Okay. The wraith is missing too. And then we are also missing the warlock. Okay, then we can put that back to the 3 dots, because we have those here. So those are the ones we have to be doing something about. And we have things going awry there again. Something is doing something here. I guess they are underfed. Who is causing havoc here? I can hear a gyal. There is a gyal somewhere in there. That is not nice. Okay, we don't want to provoke that one. We do want to repair that one though here. Okay. That gyal sounds terribly close. Boo. We have to come up with a solution for that global nonsense here. We have to finish up that here. We have missing pieces here. Man, I think we're gonna get us our Wisp-Blight and do something about that gyal, because that does sound quite disturbing. Give me my Wisp-Blight, and probably that one too. Gonna have to do something about that, because this is disconcerting. It is so close. It sounds so very, very close. but I can't see it. Okay. It is trumpeting very close. It is fighting some... Oh, it's down there. Is it coming? Yeah, it is. I might want to get my fire potion in. I'm gonna let my trusty logs deal with there we go. Got all of that sorted. Oops. There, they got them. Very good. Okay. So we've got that sorted. We need that logs to be coming with us. And go into the logs pen just to keep him safe. Some of them did escape here. Well, that was to be expected. Need to be picking up some cloudberries to feed the logs. And while we are here, might just as well get to that. Nice. Yeah, we got the needle. There is some cloudberries around here. There was a mosquito somewhere there too. But yeah, there it is. That's the mosquito. There, that was what I was looking for. More cloudberries for my logs. Okay, so that's that. You are killing things here too, huh? Have some food, friends. And you do have some food too, friends. There we go. Add them. Okay, that was the one thing we needed to be doing. That is a destroyed workbench we need to be building back up. And then I saw a log somewhere around here. There, that one needs to come home with me too. Ah, that was stupid. I need that log saddle on that guy here. And then I need to get up. Can you please... Oh man, this is stupid. There we go. I need to repair those stairs. They are a little disheveled too. There we go. Next, they gonna break, and then we have trouble getting our logs back in there. Okay. So, and then while we're here, let's get to the other sap tap thing there. Here. Calm. Let's repair that one too. Okay. So we've got more sap. There we go. And we can try and get all of that sorted. That goes in here. Some more food? Yeah. Where? There? There. That goes back here. That goes back here. And then things go in here. Okay, let's repair everything we have in our pockets. And then we're gonna use the remainder of this day, because it's afternoon already, to get that trader thing going that we wanted to be building. I think we want that to live right here. I need my hoe. We need to be flattening out things a little bit here. So we can build a platform here and have that work out the way we want it to. So we're gonna expand that. Out of stones. Okay, where is more stones? We do have more stones, I am sure. There. What are you trying to do, man? Stop it. You are not allowed in. Get out. Eh. There. We are doing things here. We might want to hack a little bit at that and even that out a little bit. Oh, look what we found. What is that? Okay. Good. So we gonna build some wall structure. No, that is not right. That's not cool. I want it underneath that. Yeah. Let me try if I can hold that a wee bit. Yeah. Yes. So this is gonna be nicer too here. Good. Missing requirements. We are back to not having enough stuff. What is that? Oh, that came from us clearing out that little bit of stone underneath there. Now we have more around that corner here. Okay. We are back to awkwardness here. Oh well. Yeah, I think it's because all of that does not line up with that up there. We need to probably fix that as well. We can put more things here if need be. Let me have that lying around here. That is going to be cool. Yeah, we're gonna repair things. We're gonna be cooking things, I think. Because we are out of good food. That is that, and then we need all of that, and some of that, and some of that, and some of that, and we need to make more of that. And more of that. And now we are again out of Askswin tail. But yeah, that's the nature of the beast. That goes back in here. We do need to do some farming again. The mashed meat is 100 health. But it takes Askswin tail too. But it's cheaper. It's 100. And that one is 105. Can we dispense with that 105? But it's only 25 minutes. It's decaying faster. Okay, we've got that. That's not a lot. Why is that in here? Don't need that here. Give me that. This is taking like literally forever to cook. And hello, get going. Here, let's get that coal down here. Because it does belong in here. And then we can dry off while we wait for that stuff to be finished. And we have to think a little bit of decoration here. Do we have some barrel hoops somewhere? I can't remember if we have barrel hoops somewhere, anywhere. Because I want to have a fish barrel somewhere. Okay. I have to check down in the... And what we do want to do is put something up where we can display our pretty potions. And then there is a new throne thingy too. That one. But that thing needs like Graustein. Can't be placed on the wooden floor here. I could place it there. Maybe I could place it even here, because there is stone underneath here. Yeah, we have to think about that. For now, we're gonna have a short break here because I need to drink something. Be right back. We are back. Let's go sleep. And then I think we're gonna go and see about running around in the ashlands a little bit more. We do have to find another fortress. We might also want to think about probably finding a place to tame some askswin. Also, I do want to think about how that can be our trade place. But for now, ashlands, I think. I think this is better now. I like it more. This is bothering me. I have to do something about that. Maybe put a brazier there. I'm not sure. I want the sun to come out a little bit more because it is still very early and it's gonna be very, very dark. A19 was our last place to go, I think. We need to find a fortress. Because we have to... Yeah, like I said, it is still quite early. It is an ash storm here. No. We're not gonna do that. I don't want to run around in the ashlands in an ash storm. It's hard enough to see and fight all of those mobs without an ash storm. Sorry, we're gonna be doing more building here because that's not working. So we're gonna have more stones and do that. And we can think about that thingy there because ash storm is no fun. Okay, this is going to be awkward here, but we're doing it anyways. Have to get that out of there. Stupid with that bubble, but well. Do we want that to be straight? Yeah, why not? I need my hoe. And the pickaxe, and I think we will have to rethink the base of that, because this is stupid. And I'm very sorry you see me working here and redoing things all the time, but the things not lining up is bugging me so much. We have to get that to line up properly. It will not line up with the foundation there, but we're gonna try and finagle that to be working. But I want that to line up with the stairs. So we are going to do some finessing here to make that work, because of course I don't want to rebuild that whole house there. But I want it to be working with the stairs and with the environment here. So we're gonna be doing some finagling. Should have thought about that to begin with, but I haven't. So now we have to get that sorted somehow. This is not gonna line up, and this is not gonna keep up here. Have to have some support from underneath here. Something like that. Yeah, that is good. Get more stones. And we're gonna be tearing out that. And putting in that. It is two over each other here in this place, but I don't care. It will be working better for all the other purposes. That's okay. We can live with that being a little strange here. Could even go as far as to replace all of that in here. Because nobody said we have to keep all of that underneath here like that. Can just go and replace that. That's not gonna be affecting anything here. Just make the floor even here. That's all it's gonna do. Yeah, I think that's gonna be better. Just like that. That's nicer. And then we can remove that outer layer here. And it's gonna be even all the way around. Nice, I like that. And then that goes in. Yes, I like that. And then that here needs to be going out that way. That was the wrong button. I need to have that snap auto. Yeah, out of the reach of the stone cutter, but that's okay. Let's get that thing over there. The waves are going to be coming up quite high here, and it's still gonna be a fish trap. But I think that is okay too. Can we jump up there? Thank you. Yeah, we have to do some finagling here still, but I think this is going to be nice. And then this is going that way. And we can remove that here and remove that here. And we have to probably do something about that nonsense that is going on here. But this now can be our trade center, where we can put up some portals here. Now that was the wrong button again. And we're gonna get us more portal materials. I want 3 more portals there. And yeah. We need a lot of stuff here. So we're gonna have 2 portals along here and 1 here. And we're gonna have Haldor and Hildir and Witch. The witch is connected? Okay. Oh, look at that. The fish are swimming over here and then they get again stuck because the water is coming up high. That's not bad. Yeah, for now we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna get us some more wood and elongate those a little bit. We need to have more things. There is something missing here still. I'm not quite sure I like that being in front of that. I'm gonna change that. Don't do that like that. We're gonna put it over here. Yeah, that's nicer. Also, might want to put some gray stone around here too. Why not? I'm not quite sure how I want that, but we got that trade center realized. So that is that. And now we are pretty much out of normal stone, I think. We got all of that sorted. Let's think about the museum part of the build we want to make. So I think we're gonna have a museum around here. And there is a smell of sulfur in the air. Well, that means we get to kill some surtlings here. What was I talking about? We don't have enough surtling cores anymore? Well, free delivery here. Surtling versus fooling. Can't possibly win because I've got the high grounds. The surtling is killing stuff over there. And it is not decided. Well, that's 5 surtling cores already. Is there more coming? Those are quick on their little feet. Well, that helps. Let me bubble up again. I do not like being set on fire. Wait. Oh, wait. Well, that is 8 surtling cores we got out of that, and then there is stuff over there. The surtling won against the fooling. Okay. That is 4 more portals for us. Not bad. Yeah, what I was talking about, we want to build a museum, and I think we want to build it around on this height here. So that is going to be the height we are aiming for. And we will have to hack a little bit at the ground here to make that even. Something like that, I think. Want to leave that be like that. And then possibly go over like that. Something like that. Yeah, it's gonna be taking a little bit more finessing here to get that to work. But basically, that's what we are aiming for here. Okay. So, we're gonna have to go sleep again. Because time's up. Okay, we've got coal. That needs to go over there, and that too. That goes in here, and then the circling cores go in here. Got some needles. And we've got some food. And some money. And we do need to repair our stuff before we go to the ashlands again, and we're gonna have a short break. Be right back. Okay, we are back, and we're gonna sleep. And I think we're gonna pick up the food and go see what the weather is like in the ashlands first, before we commit to eating the really expensive food. Because I'm a little afraid we will be running out of the good food. So we're gonna pick up one of those, and one of those, and one of those, and we're gonna be bubbling up. And oh yeah, we need to repair things because we have been building and we don't want to go running around with broken gear. There. Now let's go see. A19 is the number. We'll see what the weather is like there. Okay, we've got nice enough weather. We have to bring our portal. Because we need that in our pocket. There we go. So now we can go and see if we can find us another fortress and also some more floor metal. So We have not seen all of this, and we might find something there. This is all watery here. Some more vultures. Who would have thunk? Okay, let me bubble up first. Stuff coming at us again from all sides here. Man, the things. There is more vulture eggs to be had here. Quite some. Another one underneath there here, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Fiddleheads, nice. Gonna take those. Okay. That is nice. I'd like to find me more wines too, because our own cultivation is a little bit on the wimpy side. Can't live from that. Let's see what we have on the other side here. Can we get through this here? Ugh, dangerous. Dangerous. Might fall into the lava here. But we made it. Question is it helpful to be around here? Not really. That is not where we want to be, really. It's not helpful. Man, I'm getting stuck on those things here all the time. Really annoying. Get away. Ow. Okay. And there is stuff going on all around. always have to be careful here. So that way was not that very helpful. Not keen on those. I don't see any floor metal thingies either. Huh. There is a fortress over there, is there? Or is that a dwarf house? It looks like a dwarf house. Got so many things here. That over there, that looks like a dwarf house. Or is it? How do I get there without burning myself up in the lava? Is that a dwarf house? It is. But getting there could prove... Okay, I got there. Is there a way forward from here? Hi, my friends. Let me mark your house here. Okay, we got dwarfs here. Now what do we do? Oh, there is another one of those monuments here. I want that gun. There. Haha, there is a fortress. There is a fortress here. And there is dead Askswin there because the dwarves killed them. That is great. I like that. I like all of that. Okay. We're gonna go that direction here and see if we can put our portal in those ruins here. Ooh, there's floor metal too here. Oh my! That is exactly what I did not need. All of the dwarves are dead. Okay, we've got that. Well, that was a lot of fuss. Can we put our portal here somewhere? Huh. There's another Morgan. Man, this is no fun. Yeah, I think we're gonna be putting our portal in here. Just to make sure we do have that portal down. I need to go and see if there is still dwarves alive here. But I don't think. I think they are all dead. Yeah. Oh, my bubble is up. Yeah, we've got a fortress there, but we are on the low side here. There is another Morgan and no help from the friends. So we will have to deal with that all by our lonesome selves. And for that, I'd love to be rested to do that. So I think we're gonna pick up what we can here. And we are gonna go home. Because we are nearing the low levels of health anyways. I'm gonna put that away. The things. Well, we've got a little bit here, not too much, but some. I might want to probably get things a little bit sorted here. There is a lot of fine wood in here. And ash wood. Yeah. Let's get that over here so we can have that a little bit more organized. This is getting a little much. Gonna get that over. To our forest base for safekeeping. And you know what? I think we need a big box at the trader's portal place so we can have all the money down there ready to be taken to the traders if we need to buy something, and not have it stored in a box in our sleeping quarters. So that needs to go in here. And the food needs to go in here. Berries, let's see. Okay, that all of that is meat here. Let's put that in here. Yeah, we need to get to bed. Repair everything and get to bed. How about... Yeah, we are down to 10 again. Need 20 of those. I do want to have another fallback portal down there, because we have been going quite a while That is A19 and we are here. We're gonna have that A20. There is some flaw metal to be had there too. I wonder how far that one will stretch in that direction, but I think we're gonna be looking at that fortress first. See what we can do there. Now, we're gonna have another break here. Be right back. Okay, let's sleep. And then I think we will go with the mashed meat for a moment there. Because we will run out of the very good food if we do not refrain to a little bit lesser first. What is even needed for the mashed meat? That is like dirt cheap. And it's 100 health. It has a little less duration, true. But gonna go with that. That is easier to come by. What's with the situation here? Yeah, we should be good with that. Did I rename that for A20? Yeah, I did. Okay. Gonna have that sit there. And be A20. That's easier. Okay. We want to go in this direction here. We have to deal with that Morgan there, and Morgans scare the heck out of me. I really do. I think we'd rather go with the sword. Okay, let's see if we can put that portal down somewhere a little bit protected. Another one. I think we rather go with the sword here. We are much quicker on our feet with the sword. And it's easier to get them mobs dead with the sword. Ashlands is still dangerous, but I think we go... It's better we go with the sword. Let's have our portal here. So we have a second way home. Okay, let's get that in here. Shoot, those beasties. They are quite good at throwing rocks. Okay, we do need a stone cutter, and we do need... there's an Asksman there. to have help. The start asks when to boot. And there is a Valkyrie. Oof. Well, we've got that. So we will have to defeat that Valkyrie no matter what, because it will give us a super hard time if we don't. To get that thing down. Something is throwing rocks again at us. Don't want to get too close to that Valkyrie there, because that will give us a hard time. But I want that skunk out of there. We are having fun here. It is constant battle here, constant battle. It does not cease. That's done. That is one thing more I don't have to think about. Ooh. Another one of those. Ow. That was hurtful. Shoot. There is another one of those shooty thingies on the other side. Is that a blob? Guess so. Yeah. And another asks when. Okay. Another blob coming. Man. And now we have again a lot of things coming here. We do need to get those monuments of torture out of the picture here, because they keep spawning stuff and that is not helpful. Can you please explode already? Whoa. Okay. We've got that monument of torture out of the way, which is super helpful. Gonna pick that stuff up here because why not? That is not bad at all. Got some stuff here. Okay. Now can we in peace go look at the other side and shoot at that skog thing? Hopefully. No, we can't, because always something else. That's done too. Okay. Yeah, I think we are good for now here. We have to bring a stone cutter. To this place so we can assault that. That needs to stay here. We need that. Yeah, we have to bring a stone cutter. And some graustein and one of those good portals. For now we have to put all of that away. Oh, so many things. Oh wait, there. And that is food. All of that is food. What's with our... Yeah, we can refill our frost arrows. And I think we're gonna be building one of those bingy boxes here. 2 tar, 10 and 6 black metal. 10 wood. 2 tar. Is that all the tar we have? And 6 black metal. We're gonna build one of the... I nearly jumped through the portal. We're gonna build one of those down here. And we're gonna put all of the money in here. That is what we're gonna be doing. Let me do that real quick so we don't have to resort to having all of that in here. Not quite sure I'm gonna make it down there, but we're gonna try. Yes, I reached it. There we go. So we have a heck ton of money. Whatever Deep North is going to be throwing at us money-wise, we're gonna be able to cope with. Yeah, I think... Okay, those stop burning, so we can think up a solution for that here. Because I still want them here, kinda. But maybe we don't need them to be here. I need to have a look. I think here we get the fire buff from the... Yeah, only here we don't get. So... You are being hunted. Like, what is going on? Let's see. Maybe we should be making some wolf skewers for cheapy foods, because there is quite a lot of wolves to be killed. More coming? Where are they? They are not over with our logs. What keeps them? Our logs are all calm over there. Something is keeping them busy, but I don't know what. Hey, what's going on? I'm here. The hunt is over. Huh, this is funny. Let's go up here and see. Ooh, surtlings. I think there was some straggling surtlings here. Okay. That's that. Fine. Yeah, another episode done. And we've got a lot of stuff in our pockets here. Yeah, I think we're gonna be making some wolf skewers for cheapy food because we can. But that is to be done in the next episode because this episode has been 1.5 hours long, and so we have come to an end here. I hope you liked those episodes, and I hope you give it a like if you did. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to my channel and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new episode. And with that, I'm gonna wish you a good night, and we are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!